Good morning, friends. My name is Timil Bodon Chatterjee. I am the managing partner and mentor of TCN Global and Economic Advisory Services. We have been practicing on indirect taxations, which include custom, service tax, GST, and also foreign trade, FEMA, and corporate law matters. This particular channel will closely deal with important issues arising out of direct and indirect taxation, foreign trade, FEMA, trade related matters, and of course macroeconomic issues. Today's subject is on GST. We will be deliberating on audit under Section 65 of the GST Act administered by the GST Departmental Authority. This is not a statutory audit, this is an audit of the department. We have divided the discussions into two parts. First part will deliberate on what is audit, why audit, when audit is triggered, and what are the legal provisions under Section 65 of the GST Act. This will deal with first part of the deliberations. And second part of the deliberation will be dealing with two important areas. One, when this audit is triggered, and second, if audit is triggered as an assessee, as a registered tax practitioner or a professional, what action you need to take to secure the interest of the company as well as the revenue, so that audit is done without having any major dues or any demand. So, the purpose of these particular deliberations will be on the GST audit. As you may be knowing, there are around 55,000 companies are now subject to this audit. So, therefore, it is very, very important for us to know what is this audit and what action we need to take to safeguard our interest. Today, in this video, we would like to discuss how to handle Section 65 audit under the GST. Friends, as you know, Section 65 is not applicable for all the companies. This audit is decided by the department based on risk parameter of the registered taxpayer, RTP. Hence, we thought it could be a very relevant for the GST professionals to understand the relevance of this audit and how they should prepare themselves or how they should equip themselves to face this particular audit. As I have said, this audit is not applicable for all the assessees, but it depends on the department to decide which one is more risky and therefore audit should be done. I will discuss the major points with regard to Section 65 audit, so that you know the audit as a whole, and those who want the detailed presentations, please write back to us by sending a WhatsApp message. My number is 93310-42424. We will send you the detailed presentations. I repeat, 93310-42424. 42424. As I have already explained, this audit is selected by the department based on the risk parameter, and once they select your organization for the purpose of the audit, they will send you an intimation under section 65 by audit 1 form. And mind that they will give you 15 days time to collect all the informations and details as required by them for the purpose of the audit. So if you at all feel that 15 days is insufficient, you can always approach to the department explaining your difficulty, and as we have seen in respect of our various clients, the department is extremely cooperative. Now the question is that what is this audit? Number 2, when this audit is triggered, that is, what are the various risk parameters? We should know that. And third, if audit is declared and if we have to comply, what are the major documents we should prepare in advance so that we can face the audit. Mind that department will give you 15 days time. Thereafter, they are to complete the audit within a period of 3 months, and if they find that 3 months is inadequate considering the volume of the registered taxpayer, they can extend another 6 months, within which the audit has to be completed. Further, the department has also right to appoint some qualified accountant to examine certain areas of the RTP as an accountant, particularly in the areas of valuation, input tax credit, turnover determinations, etc. And they have to submit their report within 3 months. So everybody, all parties in this particular area are to work within a specified period. Now, once the department gets all the informations, they review that and they will issue a memo in case they have any issues or in case they have any dispute. As a registered taxpayer, your obligations and duty will be to fulfill the requirement of the departmental requirement instantly, and based on that feedback, if the department finds so it is a good case, they will do the needful. But if they find no, there are certain demands or there are certain areas which are not properly taxed by the registered taxpayer, they issue show cause notice. And show cause notice can be issued under 2 different sections, 73 and 74. If they issue under 73, that means they are accepting that these dues are in the process of normal compliance. These dues, and not in any way connected with the fraud or misstatement. But if the department finds that the RTP was in any way engaged in the fraudulent activities or they have misrepresented the matter by way of giving misinformations, then they will issue the show cause notice under section 74. So these two sections are very important. 73 is a normal duty demand, 74 not normal, it is duty which has escaped assessment because of registered taxpayers' fraudulent activities or misstatement or concealment of certain important informations. And thereafter, once show cause notice is issued, you all know the process. You have to reply. Based on that, there will be adjudication order, and if you do not agree with the adjudication order, you can go to the appeal. So, section 65 is the audit process through which section 73 or 74 is initiated if there is any duty involved. Now, we have understood the process. What we have understood? That it is an audit, it is not a statutory audit, or every year it has to be done. It is an audit required by the department or audit done by the department based on risk parameter and not applicable to anybody. They will give you 15 days time. Within 15 days, you have to submit all informations. If they are not satisfied, they will issue the audit memo, which you must reply based on the submissions against the audit memo. Then they will form their opinion, and then if they find the explanations are absolutely acceptable, then there is no question of show cause notice. If there is any demand as per their own assessment, then they will go for show cause notice under 73 or 74, and thereafter normal adjudication process will continue. Friends, these were our submissions with regard to the first part of the discussions, that is audit and legal provisions. Now, in a separate video, we will be deliberating on two important areas. When GST audit under section 65 is triggered, you have to know, you must know when it is triggered. It is not applicable to everybody. And second, if it is triggered, what actions you need to take, how you should prepare yourself to face the audit and to keep all documents ready for the satisfactions of the auditors. So, second part will deal with these particular areas. Thank you very much.